How's it going, YouTube? So today, I'm gonna be talking about my mental health, or just mental health in general. But mostly, it's just gonna be about how I've been feeling, or I guess where I'm at, from in my mental health. So, um, my mental health hasn't been the best. Well, it hasn't been the best the last couple days. Um, yeah, so my mental health, I guess from 1 to 10, I give it like a 5 or 4 around there. Um, so the reason why I've been having mental issues, or not mental issues, but like just mentally drained, is because so I've been working at HEB for 3 years now. This is my third year because I started in 2023 around March, and today, when I'm recording this video, is March. Well, it's year 2026. So it's been 3 years now since I've been working at HEB, and I've been working in curbside. So like the first year was pretty good. It wasn't bad, but the second year, I think that's like the worst year, and like for HEB that I've been working for, it's been the worst year ever. I just had many quiet problems at HEB, and then having problems at home and everything. All of that just adds up, and just like it just crushes you. So the first year it was pretty good. I guess there's not really much to talk about, because my mental health started dropping more like in the second year of HEB. So I transferred to a different HEB, my second HEB. I was having trouble communicating with people, and like with the workers, just socializing, talking with them. I was having trouble. Like, I felt like I would stare too much. Like, I didn't even mean to stare too much. I feel like I would stare, and then I feel like I was just weird, or just being creepy. And I feel like I'd make things so awkward and just so uncomfortable that me or the other people that I would interact, uh we just did not want to be there because of the way I was. And I didn't even mean to be like that. It's just hard for me to like communicate or just socialize. Like, there was a lot of times that at the second HEB, when certain people, or managers, or just people that I would work with, I would just be like looking, and then all of a sudden, I'd just be like, if it wasn't busy, I would just be like, on my phone waiting for an order, and then I'll like look somewhere, and then the other person on the other side will look, and then we like make eye contact, and then like I would just freeze. Like, I don't know what to do in that moment, like, and I feel like we would just stare at each other, and we would just be uncomfortable. But it wasn't like all the time, but like when it happened. So it just got to a point where like it got too uncomfortable, and then just that just started to get my mind, like, I just started thinking about, like, they probably hate me. They probably think I'm like weird, like, because I'm staring. I don't even mean to. I'm sorry. And, it's just, I feel like I make things uncomfortable, and all of these things just started like going in my mind, like, me. Like, I'm the reason for this. Why are they looking at me like that? Do they hate me? They don't like me. They don't want me there. I should just leave. All these negative stuff. So that's when it started. And plus, also just having like, I guess family problems, having work problems, and having family problems. It just gets to you, and it just got to me. Being at home, and sometimes my parents arguing, and not all the time, but like, here and there it happened. Or like my dad, doing stuff, and you know stuff that it's not right. And it would affect me, and I'm like, well, you know I'm like kind of traumatized, because when I was growing up, as not growing up, but like there was a couple times when I was like, you know like a teenager, young teenager, stuff happened. So I'm just afraid when he does that, it's gonna happen again. So it's just like, in my mind, I'm, kind of traumatized in a way, just a bit. So I'm just kind of like uneased, like, you know, and just having those problems at home and then work is just mentally draining. Um, but I guess what did help me was there was a time, when I was working at the second HEB, I started getting close a bit with God. But then I just eventually started like separating myself again. It only lasted like 1 or 2 months, and I just separated myself. But yeah, I mean, the second one was pretty bad. I was just tired of being at that HEB. I wanted to leave. I could not handle working there anymore. And that's where I feel like my mental health, or like started. I felt like it started there. Like being like negative, and then stuff happening. In my home. And yeah, and then I went to the third HEB. At first, it was pretty good, but then like, I guess I was just having a mindset of just like, leave me alone. Like, I don't want to be interacting with people. I don't want to be here with people. Just leave me alone. I'm just there to work. Just tell me what to do, and I just, let me just work. I don't have time to make friends or to talk to people or to get to know people. And there's moments where I'm like that, but that's because, like I said, because things that happen in my house, and I make my heart to, I make it grow cold, or just make it hard, that way I don't have any emotions. And because of that, it's made me more of a negative person, like not caring about people, or showing that I don't care, or stuff like that. And there's moments I had felt bad, but it's been hard. And it's just like the third HEB that I'm at right now, or I don't know what number it is. Well, the third HEB that I transferred to, it's just been, the first year was all right, but now it's been kind of hard for me because, certain managers, I feel like, um, I don't know, like, I'm not able to I don't know, get along with them, like, compared to other Kirby's, they get along well, but me with them, not that much. I just have, you know, quite problems. I look, we make eye contact, and then I just look away, or stuff like that, and then they just kind of like, I guess, take it in the wrong way, but I just do it out of instinct because I don't know what to do, or because I'm just used to doing that. And these are people that I work with. These are not people that, like, customers that I just like, one day I see them and then I don't see them for like a couple months. These are people that I've been working with almost any time that I work there, because we're there all the time working. So it's just got into me, and then like issues with my dad. It's tough, and a lot of, there's times where I just want to move out, but like, I don't really have money. Like right now, I haven't been working. It's gonna be 2 weeks now since I haven't worked. Tomorrow is gonna be 2 weeks, because we're in March, 2026, and yeah, I haven't been working as much. So I only have like, I have less than 200 in my bank account. It's been mentally draining and emotionally draining, and just being at work and pretending that nothing, just pretending to like somehow being all positive, like nothing, in your life, other stuff were happening, and it's just hard, and just trying to keep that up almost every day just gets to you, and I'm just like at a point where I'm like, like, I'm done. Like I can't keep on doing this anymore. So right now I'm just taking a break. I'm gonna talk about that more. I'm about to hit 10 minutes, so I'm gonna talk about that on the next video. See you soon.